This time on Profitable Properties, we're at my house putting in this stacked stone fireplace around and this mantle.
Let's get to it.
We're installing a stacked stone fireplace surround just for aesthetics, and we'll also put a tile hearth down. This right here is about where this really cool mantelpiece is going to go. I've given it a little extra up to take up for the fact that these are not exactly 7 inches. They're like 6 and 15/16. So I lifted this up so that we should be able to stack from this point all the way up to the ceiling. The reason we're doing this is because I've seen a bunch of times and heard it recommended that you not try to stack this whole thing in one shot, or else it could come down. So we'll do this section, let it dry, at least for a while, work on the bottom, come back to it. What we've done so far is done a bunch of measurements. I've laid out my lines where I want everything to go, made sure everything was level, and now we can just kind of eyeball cut all the rest of this stuff as long as it falls within our lines. This stone right here is an MSI interlocking stack stone. It's Arctic White Multi. We went outside already to the chop saw, or to the wet saw that I rented from that orange store, and
Boom, there
yeah,
it
boom,
goes
that's gonna line up real nice. So I've already gone outside and mixed up some mortar. I didn't put very much in here because I want to make sure that we actually don't waste it. It's like kind of pancake battery. That's the consistency of it. Kind of pancake battery. Maybe a little bit more thick than pancake battery.
Like sand.
Huh?
Like kind of like sticky sand.
It is kind of like sticky sand.
Yeah. Look how cool that looks.
This one's marked straight up and down. What we want to do is we want to make sure that these interlocking pieces are just completely in there. We're lined up over here too. That's awesome. And that this interlocking piece is interlocking.
Why does the wet saw have water under?
Because it would be called a dry saw if it didn't have water.
No, because just off.
So the only downer about this marking with pencil is that immediately whenever I turn the saw on, the spray knocks the water off. So I gotta make sure I get down here and throw my eyeball on it and get it exactly where I want, and then hold it there. Make sure you put your fingers right in the way of the blade. Sometimes I'll cut these 2 or 3 times and they're still too short. Looking laser straight. It's gonna be awesome. Time to go mix up way more mortar than I did last time. Squeeze this out and then take a little whoop right there. You swipe that on the wife.
Ah!
And these are actually 2 different piles, but I literally have, this is the only remnant from this style of stone at all. So I'm gonna have to cut like a little section off, and this will be the only waste from this whole stone. And that's only because this one cracked and I was trying to shove it where the sun doesn't shine. Up in the corner is what I meant. Because I was using my meat mitts to bang on it. Anyways, I'm gonna go cut this one and shove it in the last little hole.
Okay, goody.
The shit part is we bought this tile because it looked like that tile. But if you look real close, you can see this was given to us for free, and I was like, man, I really like this, sparkly. And then I bought this one and it's not exactly the same. This has no brand markings on it. I have no idea where they got it from. So this right here, you know, with the little cuts that it has in it, looks really nice and sparkly. So I liked the idea, so I stuck with the idea and just ordered, you know, one tile that would do the whole job. And it's starting to look pretty good.
It took you like, what, 2 hours of like planning and doing it?
Yeah.
Well, the upper part at least.
Yeah, but I mean, the lower part's not going to be any different. In fact, it's a lot less area to cover.
That's true.
It's just
It might
twice as many
be
cuts.
It might be more cuts, yeah.
So, but now that I got this one, we'll let this sit overnight because there's no way that it's going to dry and support itself. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I measured it within 3/16 of an inch of being exactly at the top where I didn't have to make any cuts up there. So I'm gonna take it, you know, for an amateur. I mean, if I can do this shit, so can you. For the bottom, we started by removing the baseboards, then measuring and cutting the tile. And the tile was the black marble ceramic that complements the very white stone. Then it's time to make some irreversible decisions. Well, I've done it now. There's no going back. I went ahead and cut out all the flooring where the hearth is going to go. And now we're going to build a really tall mortar bed so that I can get the Schluter edging to go over the top of the existing floor to hold it down to act as a baseboard. Look at how straight that tile is. It's laser straight. Laser straight. Eyeballed the 1/8 inch gaps. Good morning. We pulled the old ledger board that was all the way to the window off, and the next step was to mount this board right here, which holds the fireplace mantle up. I put the fireplace mantle up, scribed around it, and now we can go ahead and throw on all of our bricks. Come here, you. Come on. She absolutely loves getting sprayed by the hose, but she'll make the entire inside of the house all muddy, so we're not going to do that right now. I sprayed the kids with the hose. They locked me out of the back door. Huh?
What?
Who locked the back door? Vlad?
I did
Vlad, did you lock the back door on me? Did you lock the back door? Or was it you, Bella? Did you lock the back door? The thing that I found is the easiest is kind of use this as a holder and then just butter this stuff on here. Seems to be the fastest way to do it. Down here I found if I just kind of flare this up just a touch, it doesn't make as big of a mess afterwards. So we've already done these courses down here. Just cut to fit just like we did the top. I ended up with very little leftover. And this right here is all the waste from the entire project. And I'm pretty happy about that. But we're just trying to set up to run one course all the way across the top.
It looks like sand.
I mean, you can feel it. It's got sand in it. Go ahead and touch it.
It feels weird.
Yeah, it's called, it's not mortar, it's grout. No, it's not grout, it's a bit mortar.
Grout is the one you put in between the cracks, right?
That's correct, yes ma'am.
It's kind of satisfying.
It's kind of satisfying?
Yeah.
Watching me do this?
Yeah.
Weirdly, oddly satisfying?
Yes.
Looks pretty decent. Can't really tell. All right, now we got the other side done. Everything looks like it's settling in pretty nicely. All right, we're gonna throw the mantle back on. I got you in the capable hands of, hello.
Hi.
Why are you making a weird smile?
I'm not.
Oh, that's just your face, okay. The way this thing attaches, it just slots into the ledger board, and the ledger board sits right here up underneath it, and then we drop 4 screws in it, and then we're done. This dad belly right here comes in very handy. We need to go buy some trim, fill in this gap right here. I'm not gonna go through and cut tiny little tiles to fit in that whole area. We're just gonna cover it with some trim that we will. Did you step in the dog's bowl? Hey. This is the big black cock I was talking about right here.
Black cock should do it.
As usual.
Wow.
Pumping black caulk in between the tile really finished off this fireplace hearth. We chose to use an unsanded caulk for this project because of the tight little gaps we had to fill. If you have big loose gaps, sanded caulk might be required. You can find your own black caulk in the grout aisle of your local big box store. And here it is, all finished up. The space under the fireplace was covered with some brick molding. I attempted style by chamfering the corners and it seems to work. This black, rough-hewn mantle looks awesome, and the straight edges along the sides make mine and the wife's OCD happy. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope to see you on the next one.
Fireplace around this gas fireplace. Your finger's probably in the way, mister.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay. Fireplace around this gas fireplace. Your finger's probably in the way, mister.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay.